Well, welcome back to another Dynodaze video. As you can see, a glorious black, Nighthawk black FN2 Civic TypeR on the dyno for tuning with the Ecutek Software. It's got some modifications. It's got an RRC. It's got a Tegiwa system. We've just fitted a Japspeed 4:1, and it's got a HKS induction kit. It's time to strap her down and see what power we can make. Beautiful black FN2. Like I said at the start of the video, it's got some mods. It's got Tegiwa 70mm, Japspeed 4:1, which our Richard has just fitted. And then we've also got a non-ported RRC and the HKS induction kit. If you follow this channel, you know that the HKS induction kit is not what you want to be fitted if your quest is power.
I think the sort of main reason for it is whilst it's quite large, it narrows down. Plus, it's all the pipes all alley, but it's really thick alley as well. Obviously, it faces towards the back of the engine, which is never necessarily the best design, but we've seen that it can be okay. With these, they seem to like a long ram induction kit.
I like a long ram.
So obviously it stacks the air nice when it's got more flow and everything, whereas this obviously comes down, then obviously turns for the throttle body, whereas all the ones that fit down in the inner wing are almost like a straight line straight up to the throttle body, and they always seem to make more power doing that. So I think there's a couple of reasons. I think that probably the main one is the non-ported RRC. You know, this car has got slightly better mods, as in regards to the exhaust side of things, than the one that we ran this morning. The one that we ran this morning ran 235. And this run 220, so it shows you the difference. We've got a fly here, so it shows you the difference.
Yes, it does show you the difference. I think
we'll let him out.
We're gonna let the fly out.
Yeah.
it shows the difference, but it is all about flow. And if you can get air in and you can get air out, then that's the most efficient it can be, and you can start to make some power.
Yeah, you sort of basically when you start tuning, you sort of see if instantaneously you hit the same mid-range, which is what we've got. We've gained on the crossover. It's almost stayed the same throughout, and then we've extended the rev range, which obviously then gives you some more at the top end, or stays at the top end. Obviously, naturally, it's a flow. You can't make something flow more, if you understand what I mean.
We can't add another 5 psi boost.
No. You can do cam timing, and you can do ignition timing, and obviously you can go through fueling. We've optimized all of those in this car's instance, and that's all the power it's going to make. There, as I always say, there's no magic button. You know what I mean? So it's.
I wish there was one.
Yeah, I sometimes wish there was one, but that's exactly where it is. I think that I would personally put the ported RRC on this, or get the manifold ported, which we've obviously done in the past for customers. Get them ported and go for like the CPL or the Tegiwa Induction.
He's quite capable of fitting. This lad's
line.
Quite capable of fitting the RRC and let manifold himself. So he thinks that he'll probably buy the ported version off us, fit that, and sell the one that he's got. So that's probably his plan with the CPL. We'll have him back to make more power. It's a great car, and now it's got features and a dollop in the mid-range. So I'm sure he's going to have a lot of fun.
The car will feel better without question. It's just
we're hung up on numbers.
Yeah, we're hung up on like the one this morning had slightly worse exhaust and yet made 15 more brake horsepower. But then that is the difference also between cars as well, isn't it? They don't all run the same numbers. They don't all tune up the same way. So it is what it is. We've tuned with what we've got.
White ones are the fastest, aren't they?
Do you think?
No.
I thought it was red ones.
I like red ones. I've got a white one. By the way, I didn't know whether you knew that or not, but I've got a white one.
Well, let's have a look at that graph.
Let's have a look at the graph. Well, as Richard said there inside the car, a restriction of some sort. Obviously, the HKS and the non-ported RRC inlet manifold have cost us a little bit of power there, but you can see the software, just the map there, because the red line is as she came in, so modified, but no map, and the blue line is as we leave, and that's just the difference in software. You can see the wheel horsepower is up. We made our gains in the mid-range as expected, extended the rev range, and there we go. So all the features are on, and he'll be off to play with his new mid-range powers, I would imagine. If you want a ported RRC inlet manifold or a CPL Big Bore induction kit, then you can find them on the website. But if you need any advice or help or anything like that, then do get in touch. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, be old school, pick up the phone. Come and see us on a Saturday where we have our Honda meets. And we'll see you on the next one, won't we, Richard? We will. Indeed.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast.